Welcome back, y'all, to my podcast. Your host, Danielle. It's been a while, but we're going into season 2. And today I have the pleasure of introducing my friend, my co-worker, Darian. And today we're going to talk about something that we all in our life have missed out on, missed opportunities. A lot of us were just afraid. We had trauma, we had anxiety, and we just didn't want to go through with whatever the opportunity was. And then later in life, we realized, man, if only I would have did it. But I couldn't do it because of my past, my trauma, or I felt like I wasn't going to be good at it, or my anxiety got the best of me. Well, today we're going to dive in with Darian and find out his missed opportunities from a past of trauma. Darian, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Darian. I'm her co-worker.
And my friend.
And her friend, yes. I like to gang. Come from a pretty screwed up past, but in today's day and age, who hasn't?
So I chose Darian because at work, on break, we go on walks. And when we go on walks, we like to talk. And when we like to talk, sometimes we talk about our past, our present, and our future. So Darian has been through so much that we always spike up a good conversation no matter what. So I said to myself last year, Darian, I want to interview you so you have the opportunity to talk about your past, your trauma, your future, and then reach out to somebody else that may be listening and don't know how to handle it. But because your resilience made you into the person that you are today, they may have hope and be able to cope. So we're going to ask Darian a couple of questions regarding his missed opportunities in life. Was it because of trauma? Was it anxiety? Was it low self-esteem? Was he afraid? Did he pursue any of them? Did he not? So we're going to dive in together and we're going to find out what Darian's missed opportunities were. A moment in your life when you realize later in life that an opportunity came your way that you passed up and you realized it was from anxiety, trauma, or whatever the case may be.
Biggest moment I can remember is when I was younger, I used to play guitar and I used to perform a lot. So every weekend there would be this like little cafe. They would hold open mic nights and they just let anyone perform whatever they wanted to perform. And I would perform there weekly. I came up there once with one song that I had created, and when I was done with it, the owner was like, "Hey, you got some really good stage presence. I really like your song. You usually perform covers here, so it's pretty cool. If you can get like 4 or 5 more songs down, we'll let you open for like an actual band." And I never did.
How old were you?
I'd say probably like 16, 17.
So do you think it was because you were just young, you were afraid, or what was going through your head of why you just didn't do it?
Honestly, I had a lot of shit going on in my childhood. Mm-hmm. And while for most people that's a great source for like music and content, I didn't have that kind of mentality back then. And yeah, I just kind of stopped playing. I lost my inspiration for playing. Shortly after that, life just started happening. Boulder after boulder.
So do you ever regret on not doing it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I get the urge sometimes to pick up my guitar again. My acoustic is absolutely wrecked due to so many years of negligence, so I pretty much got to buy a new one.
So at that stage where this guy comes up to you and wants you to open up, like, what did you end up telling him, or you just never showed?
I told him I would work on it. I still performed weekly after that. I just never really came in with cereal.
Wow. And just think of where you would have been. But it could have worked out in your favor. Maybe this opportunity was meant to be missed. You don't think so?
I mean, I'm not a huge believer in like fate or any of these things. I just think that doors open and doors close, and it's just that simple.
It opened and it closed.
It opened, and I just chose not to walk through.
What did you end up doing?
Oh, I kept playing my guitar. Things happened. I ended up going to juvie shortly after that. Then some other things ended up happening. Relationship issues, trying to go through. Just being a teenager. Plus, I was on the streets a lot.
Ooh.
Like, homeless.
Oh, you 16?
Yeah, I would run away from home a lot because me and my sperm donor would just have differences of opinion.
And at the time, you lived with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So that could have had a lot to do with that missed opportunity.
Oh, without a doubt,
Yeah.
yes.
Because
Yes.
you wouldn't have been able to give your all, even if you would have did it. Yeah. So that could have worked out in your favor.
Maybe. I feel like sometimes that if I did pursue that, I wouldn't feel like I'm missing out. Because I love music.
Mm-hmm.
I love writing. I love playing my guitar. It's just something I don't have any passion for anymore. And I feel like if I pursued that, I would still have that passion for it.
When you did play the guitar and the music, did it take away a lot of pain that you had from your childhood? Did it kind of numb it? Was it therapeutical for you?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I loved it. Gave me an excuse to not be home because I could always just be like, oh, I'm just walking down to the park playing my guitar or whatever. And yeah, I always wanted to be away from home, so.
We're going to dive in a little bit more because he mentioned running away from home and being homeless. Is that a part of your life you like to touch on?
Ah, sure.
So when you first ran away from home, like where did you go? Were you scared?
So the first time I ran away from home, I'd say I was like 11, and I was gone for like maybe till like 11. And that was because I wasn't supposed to be outside. They had called the cops, I had run away. And I got caught at like Target, which was, I want to say like maybe 2 miles away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So when you got home, did you get in trouble?
Oh, of course, I got my ass whooped.
Oh.
Then the next time I ran away, I was gone. Like, gone. People thought I was dead.
How old were you?
Shit, when did I go to New York?
Oh.
13? 14? Somewhere in there? Maybe.
So you ran away and you ended up in New York City?
So, I'm just kind of sick of how things are going out. I genuinely think I could do better on my own. All I need is really a place to sleep and a place to eat. I could sleep outside. So I just kind of walked out to the farmlands and was picking apples. And one day, I think I was doing that for like a day and a half, maybe, give or take. And then one day I was just walking through town because I was bored and I needed something to do. And one of my grandmother's old friends recognized me. And they called her up, and so she was planning a trip out here. And I explained the whole situation to her, and she was just like, you know what, just come to New York with me, and we'll figure it out. So I ended up going to New York, from New York all the way down to go see the Liberty Bell, because people literally thought I was dead. I was on a milk carton.
Oh my God, you guys remember the milk cartons?
Yes.
You were? Oh my God.
I was young, like... Pretty sure I was still in middle school. Yeah, I was in middle school because I was gone, and everyone, when I came back, everyone was like, oh, "He's alive." There was a part of me that always just, he's going to figure out himself. and that's just the end of it. You know, he's still my dad. I still got to be there for him because he's always been there for me.
I find it quite interesting that no matter how the parent is to a child, they can be so brutal or so mean or so kind, whatever it is, that child biologically is always going to love that parent no matter what the case is.
Because parents are gods in the eyes of their children.
Right. Right.
If you think about your relationship with God or anyone's relationship with a higher deity, it's literally a relationship between a father or parent and their child.
Right.
These are the things you should do. These are the things you should not do. These are the punishments for what you do. This is the rewards for what you do. It's literally just a...
You ran away. You ended up in New York. You came back. Your sisters are gone. You're here. So I take it you're about maybe 15, 16.
Somewhere around there.
You get into...
middle school, so
you're in middle school. Yes.
Maybe a little bit younger.
You go through that. Did you run away again?
I ran away a bunch of times after that.
Wow. And then you just they kept bringing
and then when
you
I turned
home.
and then when I turned 18, I just kind of stopped coming home.
Right.
Like I still lived there, but I just stopped coming home. I would always have someone to be with, so I just stay or crash at their place.
Couch surfer.
Pretty much. And there were a couple of times where I did run away. I had a pretty steady girlfriend throughout most of high school.
Was that hard, being committed to someone after the trauma and stuff, after not...
That's all I wanted.
Oh, wow.
That was a perfect escape. That was my muse for music. Like, it was the perfect escape. I had something else to just put all my efforts into.
Wow, interesting.
Unfortunately, I was still too much like my sperm donor, and I had him whispering in the back of my ear, and I wasn't the best boyfriend in high school.
You were 18. Now you were just coming and going as you please, because now they can't say you ran away because you're 18 years old. So you meet a girl. You guys are having fun. Did you ever tell her your past, or?
Oh, she knew all about it. We met my freshman year. So,
okay, so you already pretty much knew her.
Yeah, we started dating throughout most of my high school. It's all clouded together. Man.
Did she come from a totally different background?
She came from loving parents.
What did they think of you?
I was a kid that was going through shit.
Wow. Because you know how some people stereotype.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, they I don't know. Their opinion of me right now is absolutely in the gutter, probably. But back then, they probably just saw me as a kid that was really going through it. They met my sperm donor because there was one time where I ran away. I crashed at their place for like weeks. So, yeah. There were times where he would come there and there was one time where he came down there one night and he was trying to convince himself more than them why I was missing.
Because it was like probably an embarrassment for him.
Absolutely.
As to why, yeah. And it seems like to me you were looking for a safe place.
Oh yeah,
in
I
safe
was
place.
consistently in a shelter place for runaway youth that accepted people through 16 to 17. I mean, I was there so much that when I turned 18 and was homeless because I just straight up left, I went to that program and they hired me to work on their community service. So it was a great turnaround. It all kind of worked out.
Now, you see, you guys, when we go back to the missed opportunity of the guitar and how the guy wanted him to pursue that, he wouldn't have been able to experience the positivity of people coming into his life, giving him an opportunity to change. So it did work out in his favor, because when you was there and the person asked you to help with that program, you were able to guide other young youth of things that you had already experienced. And they looked up to you.
Yeah, It was an outreach program, so
It helped.
we just kind of drove out to where places where kids would hang out.
And you would know because like, hey. And you can be like, well, hey, I used to hang out here. I used to hang out there. Let's go here. Like, that was a great opportunity and experience for you to go through. What happens after that?
Me and my mom had kind of semi-established a relationship. We were working on our stuff. I was trying to go to school, so I was living with someone else. I moved out. I just kind of did my own thing. Went to school. Tried to anyway. Ended up not really working out. Went to Heald. People that know that went to Heald know.
We remember Heald. Oh my goodness. That used to be our favorite commercial, Heald College.
I don't know though. I really enjoyed my my business ethics teacher. He taught me some amazing tricks when it comes to taxes. At least when it comes to going to school and paying off student loans. I had another opportunity later in life that I just kind of...
Tell us about it. Opportunity 2.
I stream, so I'll play video games or talk. There was a moment in time where I would just get into book reading, so I would just kind of read while streaming. But I never really found my niche to it. But somebody during one of my streams, Ashley Christ, I believe her tagline is, she reached out to me and she was like, hey, I really like your energy on camera. You know, I'm running a program where, you know, people can, if they're willing to invest, basically streamers camp. And I wanted to pursue it, but financially I just couldn't really afford it because I had, let's just say, other priorities.
Ashley, if you're watching this podcast, this your man. He's ready. He's financially ready. He's ready to take it on.
That is true. That is true.
He's ready, girl. I'm going to tag you. So, you wasn't financially stable, so you passed it up. Yeah. Did she want the money up front, or?
You know, to be honest, I don't really remember the specifics of it. I do remember she saying that there was a financial obligation, which I understood, but right. At the same time, this was during, like, the peak where a whole bunch of coaches are coming out and they're saying, hey, blah, 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 blah. Right. And I've always been more of the, if I got it, I got it. If I don't, I don't.
Right.
And I feel like that kind of deterred me from wanting to hit the go live on my streams. Because sometimes I just feel like I don't have it. And
so do you think that that comes from your past?
Yes.
How can you fix that? Or what do you believe?
Therapy.
So he's getting his free little session right now. So there we go.
Well, that's all it costs is a podcast?
Exactly. This is my experience. One-on-one therapy.
There you go.
Therapy. This is a therapy session. Here's experiencing the same thing that Darian went through. And it could be a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 11-year-old that's listening right now. And listen to what he has to say. Because he ended up overcoming his resilience. Even though he was found and kept getting thrown back into the home, he was able to still overcome it. Even though he say he hasn't. But where he is today is a lot better than where he could have been.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Now you realize, like, hey, I did the outreach. That was an opportunity. The second opportunity was the streaming. You passed that up, like, because of financial situations. So what did you end up doing after that, after you passed up that?
Warehouse work.
Just
living day to day, trying to get my sisters. My main focus was just trying to get them back. Stacking money, trying to get my own place. I met my best friend at this restaurant that we were both dishwashers for. He eventually let me move in with him, so just kind of worked out from there. And then from that point on, it was just kind of living day to day, just trying to make it to tomorrow. And
how old were you?
6, somewhere around there.
Oh, I see. He's my son's age. Mm-hmm. And he's figuring it out, but he's still maintaining a job. But you were able to maintain. So you were formal foster youth?
So it kind of gets into a gray area there. Before I turned 18, I ended up going back to juvenile hall. I was having a breakdown, mental attack, and
Right.
yeah, my stepmom was there. My sperm donor was in LA, so there was just kind of a whole spiral of things. I ended up going to juvenile hall.
Was it ever talked about therapy at all? Because
I went to therapy a lot as a kid.
okay. I just want to.
I had anger management a lot as a kid in school, and I mean, thinking back on it, I was a really angry child. But at the time, you know, who thinks they're angry when they're angry?
You didn't have that. Okay, Darian, sit down. We're gonna talk to you. It's me. Like nobody was taking accountability at the time for what was going on. But you're a child. Even at 18, you're still a child.
Shit, even at 33, I'm still a child.
Right. And if you don't know, if you wasn't taught, you don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know. I don't care how well a person could have been in the great home. And it's always lacking something. And when you're a child, you don't know. And if you're in a home that you are not getting that love and that compassion, you don't know why you're acting out.
No.
You're acting out, number one, because you want that attention. You want that love. Like you said, you already knew automatically that you and your girlfriend at the time, that's what you wanted. That was your safe keep. That was your safe place. And luckily, her parents took you in because they probably figured if we don't, he could wind up on the streets dead.
Probably. I mean,
go into the wrong direction.
It kind of helped that, you know, I was dating their daughter.
Right.
There were nights where, I don't know. There were nights where they definitely hated me and they were like, yeah, no, you can't stay here. So I would end up spending the night in the park on like top of the basketball cage or baseball cages or sleeping underneath the levee, you know, on rocks and shit. And yeah, I just kind of, and I was going, mind you, I did this as a child and still took my ass to school.
This is what I was about to say, you guys. When you look at somebody, you cannot judge a book. Because I wouldn't have never thought that he would have experienced the stuff that he experienced. When you look at him and he says what his profession is, you would not think that he came from where he came from. That's why I tell him all the time, your resilience is very high. You could have went in a direction that could have led you the wrong direction for life. Like he could have depended on drugs. He could have depended on alcohol. He could have depended on just being comfortable with living outside and not having the responsibilities of paying bills or obligations. But he chose where he is today. What strategies do you do to help you maintain to stay in the state of mind that you're in right now?
I smoke.
So what would you say to others out there that is scared and don't want to move forward with something because their anxieties, their trauma, their past? You say just do it.
Honestly, just do it.
Your life.
Honestly, at this point, who cares? If you end up broke tomorrow, you can job and go back to work and get a little bit more money. That's the thing. No matter how bad things get, it's only going to get worse if you let it. But you can control how you react to things. And sometimes the best reaction to things is just to go back to the way what you're comfortable with.
I saw this little fun game, and it was called What I Wanted versus What I Got. What did you want versus to what you got right now?
A loving dad.
Wow. That's deep.
Told myself I wasn't going to make you cry during this. So.
Yeah, he told me at work, each time I'm sad, I got to take a shot. So I guess I got to take another shot, right?
I thought you did.
Yeah. Let's do a closing shot. We're going to do a shot to not missing out on any more opportunities and dwelling in the missed opportunities. To the future on new opportunities not being missed.
Remember, you can change the future, but you can't change the past. Don't dwell on it.
I want to thank Darian for taking the time out and coming to our podcast and conversating, because it's somebody out there that's going through the same thing that he went through and just don't know how to handle it.
And if you ever want to reach out, she'll tag me on these.
I sure will. If you are an individual that's suffering through anxiety, an individual that's suffering through, you feel like you're lost and you don't know what to do, and you feel like you're not loved and all you want is that safe and security, comment down below and I will forward it over to Darian, who is our wonderful person that's experienced everything that, because he used to be an outreach. He can help you maybe, or at least direct you to resources that can help you. Thank you guys for watching.